So Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And yes, Arjun was very compassionate when he asked Krishna to bring the chariot in middle of the two armies. And Krishna brought the chariot in between the two armies, and when Arjun saw on the other side of the party, he said to Krishna, why should we fight? Because why should we kill all the family members? And so then Krishna was listening to him, and Krishna then started to speak to Arjun. And yes, in the two parties are ready for fighting. They are armed, weapons, chariot, everything is ready. So Duryodhana is wondering what's going on here. We have come to fight. Yeah. Danke. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yes, so Duryodhana is wondering what's going on here. What are they doing middle of the army? And Krishna is speaking something to Arjun. Arjun is speaking to Krishna. So there is conversations between two of them. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was not at all worried, or he was just very patiently waiting, because he knows when Krishna is there is nothing to worry. He will take care everything. So another Pandavas also, they were just waiting. But Duryodhana, their party was, especially Duryodhana, was very much in anxiety, because he cannot see Krishna. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev, on the other side they know that something nice is happening there. So they have patience to wait. So this is what devotees have patience, because they know that they are not the doer. Krishna is the main doer. And we just follow in Krishna's instructions and devotees' mercy, and we do our service. And yes, we are very fortunate to be in this situation, which is very much free from anxieties, free from material comforts. So yes, and Arjun was asking questions, and then Krishna was answering him, and he said that you are not this body, and he's explaining about the soul, what the soul is. It's so tiny, one cannot see the soul. So, and the soul is the main energy of the body. So, if a person is dying, we say, oh, he is gone. So why one says he's gone? Who is gone? The body is there, everything is there. All the organs of the body are there, and one says he or she is gone. So that is the soul which is coming out of the body. And the soul is the energy of the body. So that's why Krishna is speaking that the body is the how you say, is the for the soul. Like a dress is for the body, the soul is for the body. No? It's the prana, no? Energy force. So then, yes, Krishna is explaining that the soul is eternal, ever existing. No? And the soul passes from one body to another body at the time of death. And according to one's karma and according to one's living time in the last life, what desires one has, one gets the another body. So the soul never dies. It's just passing from one body to another body at the time of death. And so, yes, this is what Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, because Arjuna was lamenting that why should I kill my Bhishma Dev, my Dronacharya, my teacher, my grandfather, my kinsman, my brothers, my uncles, my nephews. No? So Krishna says that actually you are the instrument. So you just do your duty. You are Kshatriya, and as a Kshatriya, your duty is to fight. And you have been, Kaurava has done so much, injustice to you. Yeah? So Draupadi was brought in the assembly by Dusasan. So Krishna says miscreants has to be killed. So you do your duty as a Kshatriya, and you are even Arjuna said, I better go in the forest and do meditation and become a saint. No? And Krishna says, no, your nature will not allow you. If somebody comes and wants to fight, you will immediately take your weapons, and you will not tolerate the insults. So your duty is to you be my instrument, and you do what I say. No? So then Arjuna wanted to see the universal form, and Krishna is showing him the universal form, and it was so devastating, and so Arjuna was really shaking, when he saw this form of Krishna. And then he said, my Lord, please come back to your original form. I have seen it. I know who you are now. No? So then Krishna came back to his original form, and Arjuna said, I will fight. He took his Gandiv bow back in his hands. And then Duryodhana was seeing now the chariot is going back, and then he said, now it's going to be war. And then what happened is that before the conch shells are blown, before the war starts, Yudhishthira Maharaj got up from his chariot and he started to walk. It's so far, to walk all the way, because two armies, there is much space in between, and he straight walked to Bhishma Dev. And he asked permission. And Bhishma Dev said, if you would not have come and take the blessings, I would curse you to become, you would be defeated. So he blessed him, Jai Tulsi Maharani ki jai. So he blessed him, be victorious. No? And when Duryodhana heard that Bhishma Dev is blessing him, be victorious, then Duryodhana said, what is this, Bhishma Pitamaha? You are blessing him to be victorious. No? How can you do that? You are on my party. And Bhishma Dev said, you are so much proud and you are so much egoistic person that you cannot understand this. Even if you would have gone and get the blessing from Yudhishthira Maharaj, who is elder than you, is your elder brother, he would bless you to be victorious. Yeah, but you are so full of pride and so much envy, so you cannot understand this moralities. So to understand morality, one has to be free from envy, free from egoistic person, free from attached to the material things. So one has to be real sober person to understand the moralities. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, his whole life was morality. He never gave up his good thoughts, his good wills, his passion, compassion, his mercy. That's why he is called Yudhishthira Maharaj. He was the king of whole world. No? So only kings can become the real, such kings can become the real kings for the whole world, who is not envy, no? Who is free from envy. Like when the Pandavas were in the forest, they were, after they played the dice, and in the dice was that whoever lose should go 13 years in the forest, 14 years actually, and last year was the hidden one. And no, it's 13 years. 13, no? And so then Pandavas lose the dice, so they have to go in the forest. So they went in the forest, and according to the Shastras, one can 13 years, one can limit it in 13 days. No? Usually it's 13 years, but after 13 days, one can change the situation. So then after 13 days, Bhima, Arjun, Nakul and Sahadev, they got their armors, their weapons, and they came to Yudhishthira Maharaj. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was sitting and meditating. And he said, my dear brother, and Yudhishthira Maharaj opened his eyes and he said, what's going on here? Why you are all armed? And Arjun said, 13 days is equal to 13 years. So now let's go and get our kingdom back. We'll fight and get our kingdom back. And Yudhishthira Maharaj says, you cannot manipulate the Shastric views. No? 13 years means 13 years. I will follow. 13 years means 13 years. But if you want to have the kingdom, you can go ahead. No? And I can also tell to Duryodhana to give you your kingdom back. But for me, 13 years is 13 years. This was Yudhishthira Maharaj. No? Yeah. And then the Bhim, Arjun, Nakul and Sahadev, they dropped their weapons. And Bhima was very angry. When Bhima, when sometimes one is angry, one goes in the forest and screams, This is what Prabhupada said. Go and chant Hare Krishna loud, if you are So Bhima just left, and he was just walking in the forest like mad, and on the road there was some tail lying on the road, and Bhima is looking from where is this tail coming, and he saw all monkeys sitting under a tree. and Bhima said, "Hey monkey, take your tail away. It's on the road. I want to pass." Because actually one should not step on somebody. This is isn't like an insult to a person. It's not Vedic. If somebody is sitting and you step on that person, you have to ask him to move and then you go. So it's also one kind of morality and respect for the person. So that's why Hanuman said, "Please move your tail. I don't want to overstep your tail." And Hanuman said, "Well, you are a strong man. I am just an old monkey. I cannot get up. Why don't you just put my tail one side and you can go?" Bhima said, "You should have said me earlier. I waste my time here." And then Hanuman thought, just a tail, he just took his one hand and nothing happens. He took his two hands. He could not move an inch. He was sweating. And then Bhima said, "Who are you?" And then Hanuman got up. And he said, "I am Hanuman. Your brother, your elder brother," because Hanuman and Bhima are Vayuputra. And then Bhima was so happy to see Hanuman, he gave his obeisances. And then he said to Hanuman, "There will be in 13 years war, and please can you come and fight on our side? When you are there, then definitely we'll be victorious." And Hanuman said, "Sorry, my time is over for wars, but I will reside in Arjun's flag, in his chariot. There is a flag. It's called Kapidwaj. Kapi is the father of Hanuman. Dwaj means flag. Kapidwaj. Kapi is the father of Hanuman, and Dwaj means flag, like we have a flag there, yeah. So on the flag there is, Hanuman was residing in that flag. And he said, "When I will do hunkar," hunkar, yeah, it's called hunkar. If somebody says, it's called hunkar, yeah. Then thousands of soldiers from the other party will die. So Hanuman was, when something good happens, task, he said, yeah, and then thousands of warriors are killed on the other side, Yes. So then Bhima came back. He was cool. And then Hanuman saying to Bhima, "I want to give you some instruction. You saw me as an old man here, old monkey. You thought I'm just an ordinary monkey. And so, never judge a person from his look. If you see some old person or, not so looking, is weak, and you say, oh, who is he, But that person can be very, very, very spiritual personality and very, advanced devotee. No? So one should never judge from the look. One should, yes, respect every person. Yes. Sometimes you get somebody who doesn't look so beautiful, no? And we think, oh. So, because we are used to look beautiful things, So we have to also learn to look who are not so beautiful, who are weak, who are, yes, so it's very important. So then here, what happened is that, then Bhima came home, and then he told Yudhishthira Maharaj and Pandavas what happened, and he met Hanuman and like that. So everybody were very happy that Bhima is safe back. Yes, then 13 years, so then they were living in the forest, and then after 12 years they have to live in a disguise for 1 year. And in this disguise, if Kauravas find them, they have to go again 13 years in forest and 1 year in disguise. So this was the arrangement, after playing the dice. And Dusasan, he was the captain of Duryodhana. And Dusasan was so cruel and so crooked-minded that he was giving all the ideas and everything what to do to Duryodhana, and they were all together. Duryodhana, Dusasan, and Shakuni and Karna. Karna was very disciplined person, and he was very good in character. But he was so in-depth to Duryodhana that he was on the side of Duryodhana. So that's why one has to be very careful not to get in-depth to a person who is cruel, who has no moralities, and who is so much corrupted person. So it's very, for gaining something material, one has to be very careful. So this was happened to Karna. Actually, he didn't know who he was. He thought he's the son of a charioteer, but actually he's the son of Mother Kunti. He's a Kshatriya, but he didn't know that. But he has the inclination to be a Kshatriya. That's why he went to Parshuram and learned the archery and everything. And he was very morality person. And he was the best giving in charity. Whoever comes, he used to give them. Whatever. Every morning, he after bathing, he used to worship sun god, because he's the son of sun god. And he had a vow that during that time, whoever comes for asking anything, he will provide them. He give in charity. So people used to come for gold. Poor people used to come, and he used to give them big amount, to help them in their lives. Hare Krishna. So then, Karna was on the side of Duryodhana, and most of the time he was speaking quite morality to Duryodhana, that don't do that, it's not good, and like this. But then Shakuni, he was so much controlled by Shakuni that he was listening to Shakuni. Shakuni. Duryodhana. Yeah. So then, when the Pandavas went in the forest, so Duryodhana was the he became the king. Of course, Dhritarashtra was the main king, but he got the power, no? And he became the Rajkumar, and he started to rule also, no? And then so now what happened is, now last year is left, so he sent spies everywhere. Spy, to find Pandavas, because he was sure that his spies will find Pandavas, and they have to go again back in the forest for 13 years. So, but Pandavas, by the mercy of one king, they came to King Virat. And in King Virat, Yudhishthira Maharaj became Kank. Like he came that he was the minister of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Now he's in the forest, so he want to take shelter of this kingdom. Because everybody knew that Yudhishthira Maharaj is very moral and very devoted king, so immediately the king of Virat took him. Then after 2 days came Arjun as a what is his name? Brihanala. Because he was cursed by Urvashi, the heavenly dancer, that he will become, how you call it, what is this word? Like he's not man, not a woman. What you call it in English? Okay. So then, so he came, and as a teaching dancing. So the king, the king was given him to examine, because he wanted that his daughter learns Bharatnatyam from him. So they examine that what he says is okay, because then she will go in the chamber of the ladies. So these were the Vedic times, yeah. So then he went to Uttara, and he was teaching Uttara, the daughter from King Virat, dancing. Then Bhima came as a cook. He said he was cooking in the kitchen of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So he was given the service in the kitchen. Then comes Draupadi. She came as for the queen, as a servant of the queen, his queen, Virat's queen, King Virat's queen. She was dressed, combing her hair and like that, she said that she was in the chamber of Draupadi. Yeah. And what she did is, because she was so beautiful, Draupadi was so beautiful, that she covered her beauty by putting her hairs around like that, like just a little face is left, and so like that. So then came Nakul and Sahadev. They came as a cow protectors and horse protectors, like working in the Gaushala. So they were taking care of the cows of the king's Gaushala. So then 5 Pandavas were hidden. No? And so Duryodhana's spy could not find them. And then what happened is that Duryodhana was so much in anxieties that the spies, he was so wanted to kill the spies, his spies, that they were not successful. And then Krsna came and he stopped them. Otherwise, he just wanted to kill them. So then the last chance was to attack Virat, King Virat kingdom. So then he lied to Bhishma Dev, and he said that he wants to fight with King Virat to protect the cows or something, I don't remember exactly. And because when the army goes, Bhishma Dev is in the front. He gave his vow to his father. So then they came in the battlefield, in King Virat's battlefield. And so at that time, King Virat was not in the palace. And his son, what was his name? Uttar. Yeah, the sister is Uttara and the brother is Uttar. Yeah. So then, and then Uttar said, I will go and fight. And Brihanala said, you go and fight with Kauravas? You are such a small boy. You know who they are in the battlefield? Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Duryodhan, Dusasan. You know, they are big, big Yodas. And you want to fight with them. It's a joke. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, actually, Uttar, you take Brihanala with you. She was, when Arjun used to go to fight, she was the charioteer. She can be your charioteer. And Uttar said, yeah, that's a good idea. We do that. So, Brihanala, you come. And Brihanala has a white sari and a long hair tail, you know, and some flowers. He looked, yeah, because he was not man and not woman. No? He was, for 1 year he had been cursed, so he used this curse in this time. And then the Uttara said to Brihanala, oh, Brihanala, you can do me one favor. You can bring the nice clothes from the nice shawls from all the warriors, because I heard they wear very beautiful clothes. You know, these shawls they have, you know. So you can bring shawl from all the warriors, no? And Brihanala said, yes, I will bring for you. And so then they went. Brihanala is driving the chariot, and Uttar is standing in his bow and arrow. And then when Uttar saw the party, he was frightening. He said, Brihanala, I cannot fight. Better go back, let's go back. And Brihanala said, you are a Kshatriya. How can you go back? You have to fight now. And Uttar got up from the chariot and started to run. And Brihanala went behind him, catch him. and put back in the chariot. And the Kaurava party are watching all this scene. He said, what's going on? Only two people are there, one charioteer and one boy. No party, no other, no army, only And then Priyanala said, so you drive my chariot to that tree. So what happened is that before they came in the Virat kingdom, they put their weapons and their archer and arms and everything in a one big black cloth. And they tied it. And then they hang it on the tree. And they say that this is the body of our grandfather. So nobody should touch it. So then he said to Uttar, I will bring my charioteer there. And he said to Uttar, climb the tree and bring that bag down. And Uttar, because these weapons are not ordinary weapons, they are Bhima's Katha and Arjun's Gandiva and Yudhishthira Maharaj's Bhala, a spear, and it's a heavy bowl, and he was, Virenala, what is it inside? It's so heavy. He said, bring it down. And then Arjun is telling Uttar what he said. This is the Gada is from Bhima. This Bala is from King Yudhishthira Maharaj. This Gandhi boy is from me, Arjun. I am Arjun. And he said, what? You are Arjun? And then he said, these are swords and from Nakul and Sahadev. And then he took his Gandhi bow and then he tied the back and he said, bring it back up, this back, black back up. And so he brought it up. And then he said, now you become the charioteer. You drive the chariot, I will fight for the Pandava, for Kauravas. Hare Krishna. You speak English? You understand? Okay, very nice. You know Mahabharata, Krishna, Arjun? Yeah, okay. And so then what happened is that, yes, and then Arjun came in the battlefield and Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, everybody realized, this is Arjun. And then Duryodhan went quickly to Bhishma Dev and said, good news. I found, still they are in exile, and this last year I found him, now they can go back 13 years in the forest. And Bhishma Dev said, you stupid guy, you don't know how to count? You think Arjun will come in front of you until the time is over? It's already over 2 days ago. You don't know how to count? Learn how to count. And then Duryodhana was just, oh. And then they started to fight. Arjun defeated everybody. And everybody became unconscious. Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Duryodhan, Sakuni, everybody. He put some weapon that everybody just went to sleep. Because Arjun he wanted to protect Uttar. Because if something happens to Uttar, the king will not be happy. So that's why he shoot one arrow that everybody become unconscious. And then he went off the chariot, and he took all the clothes from all the warriors, because Uttara said he wants the clothes, no? Yeah. Then he came back, they came back. And before they went in the palace, Arjun said, you should not say anything about this. You are the victorious, you fought the Kauravas. Don't tell your father who am I. Leave it like this, I am Brinalala, and I was your chariot driver. And you fought with these Kauravas, and you defeated them. And then how proud your father will be. He will be so, his blood will be flowing in the body that my son defeated all the Kauravas. Yes? You know? Yes? Good. And then, so they came in the palace. So they came in the palace, and Uttar was about to say, no. And then the father heard that news, and he was pressing his son, and then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, yeah, because of Brihanala. Brihanala was his charioteer, that's why Uttar became victorious. Can you imagine? The father thinks that his son is the victorious, and somebody tells, no, because of Brihanala, because of Brihanala. You know, the king becomes angry, isn't it? Who is saying this about Brihanala? This Brihanala, what she can do in the battlefield, you know? And the king was getting angrier, and then again Yudhishthira Maharaj said, because of Brihanala, he was getting more angry. And then again he said, he became so angry, he took the dais and threw on Yudhishthira Maharaj's face. Dais, you know, this playing dais. And Yudhishthira Maharaj on the hot, and blood was coming. Blood came. And Arjun has a vow. If Yudhishthira Maharaj's blood touched on the floor, he will destroy whole this kingdom. Yeah, the kingdom of Uttar. Yeah. So quickly Brihanala went to Draupadi and said to Draupadi, bring a bowl, quickly bring a bowl. And the blood of Yudhishthira Maharaj put in the bowl. It should not touch the ground. You know my vow. And Draupadi quickly ran and took a bowl and put it in front of Yudhishthira Maharaj. And so, and then Uttar could not tolerate that. And he said, Father, what are you doing? He is Yudhishthira Maharaj. And father said, what? And this Brihanala is Arjun. And this Draupadi, her name was, I forgot. She is the Draupadi. And the one who was in your Gaushala is Nakul and Sahadev. And the king was he was like, what's 1 year they are in my kingdom? And I treated them like my servants. They are the rulers of the whole world. And he fell at the feet of Yudhishthira Maharaj and asked for forgiveness and asked Yudhishthira Maharaj to sit on his throne. And Yudhishthira Maharaj said, no, this is your throne. And then at that time the blood was stopped, and Draupadi took the bowl away. And then, yes. So then, so the Pandavas was, how you say? Everybody knew who they are the Pandavas. So then the king said that our party will be on your side when you have to fight for your rights. Please give shelter unto a lot in your army for our army to fight for you. And then King Uttar, the king of the, what was his name? I forgot. Uttara. He said to Arjun that I have one request. Can you please marry my daughter Uttara? And then Arjun said, she's my daughter. I cannot marry her because I teach her. She's my shishya. And I am her guru. But she can marry my son Abhimanyu. Yeah. So then Abhimanyu was married to Uttara. So then they came back to Hastinapur. And no, sorry, they didn't come. They sent a message that then they went to Draupadi's home, and they sent message that 13 years are over. Please give our rights back. So then Duryodhan disagree. Yeah. So then Krsna, you know Krsna? Yeah. Who is Krsna? Yeah, oh, very good. So what Krsna did, he went as a peace messenger, Shanti Dutta, and he said, please give their rights back. Duryodhan said no. Then Krsna said, okay, you can give every brother one town. So 5 towns you can give to Pandavas. And they are Kshatriyas, they will be happy, ruling. Duryodhan said, I will not do that. And I will not give them land with the, this needle of the head. Even that much I will not give. Then Krsna says, I did my duty. Now there is going to be a war. So then Krsna went back to Dwarka, and Duryodhan wanted Krishna's help. You know Krishna's help, yeah? And then what Duryodhan did, you know? You know what Duryodhan did? Yeah, say me. You don't remember? Okay. And then Duryodhan went to Dwarka. Early in the morning he reached Dwarka. He went in the palace of Krishna, and Krishna was sleeping. So he came, he looked, now I have to wait. He's sleeping. I don't know when he will wake up. Yeah. So what he did, he didn't give his pranam, he didn't give his obeisance to Krishna. He just, I have to wait now. And there was a small table. Krishna's head is here, and there was a small table. He sit there and waiting. After a few minutes, Arjun came. Arjun is devotee of Krishna. He came, he saw Krishna. He was admiring Krishna. So beautiful Krishna. Yellow dhoti, beautiful shawl. He's sleeping, his face beautiful. And he gave his pranam, he gave his obeisances. And he was happy to see Krishna. And then he sit on the lotus feet of Krishna. And then he saw Duryodhan after that. And he gave his pranam. And Duryodhan said, no? Because Arjun is younger than Duryodhana. So usually as a morality, Duryodhana can bless him or say, but Duryodhana was so full of ahankar and pride. He said, who are you? Nothing. So then both of them are sitting. So Arjun is admiring Krishna and he's so happy to see Krishna. Here Duryodhana is just waiting when he will wake up. I'm Duryodhana. Yeah. And I have to wait for Krishna to wake up, then I can I can ask him something. Okay. And then after some time, Krishna woke up. So it is obvious when you are sleeping, when you wake up, you will see straight. You will not look here first. So he saw, oh, Arjun, oh, how are you? And Arjun said, my Lord, when I see you, I am so happy. My all anxieties are gone, and my all sufferings are gone. Yeah. And then Duryodhana said, but I have come first. And Krishna looked, oh, you are also here. And then, so what can I do for you? And Duryodhana was in anxiety. So he said, Krishna, we'll have war. And I have come to ask for your your army, 11 Aksha army. It's like army is 11 times bigger than it's I don't know exactly how you say it. So let's say army. I have come to ask for your army. And Krishna said, okay. So I have 2 points. I have 2 things. One side, it's me alone. I will not take any weapons. I will not fight in the war. And one side is my army. So I have 2 things. So Duryodhana, you are elder than Arjun. So always young children has right first. So Arjun has right first to ask what he wants, my army or me. But I will not fight. I will not take weapons. So Duryodhana was completely in anxieties. Now Arjun will ask the army of Krishna, this I wanted, and I don't want Krishna. What I will do with him? And without confirmed. And without weapons. And this, some they say he's a makhanchor. He's dancing with gopis. What a dancer? He's a dancer. I mean, here's a war, you have to fight, you have to have weapons. So he was completely in anxiety. What will happen? I'm sure Arjun will ask the army. I'm sure. No? And Arjun said, my Lord, I want you. And Duryodhana, he is so stupid, this Arjun. He has no brain. It's good he did not ask army. I want the army, It's good. He has no brain. He has no understanding. He takes this Gowal, Gowal who churned the cows, So then, Krishna said to Arjun, but you have chance to take my army. And you are taking me. I am Nihatha, no weapons. I will not fight. What you will do with me? And Arjun says, you become my chariot driver. Because when you are on my chariot, when you are with me, I will not be bewildered. And you will protect me completely. So that's why you become my chariot driver. And Krishna says, I understand. Whatever arrows, they will come to me, not to you. So you want to protect yourself. Krishna is just charming. And then Arjuna said, my Lord, is there any weapon will touch you? In this whole world, is there any weapon, any Yoddha or any warrior can hurt you? Nobody can do anything, my Lord, to you. So please become my chariot. So then Krishna turned to Duryodhana. Okay, what to do? Arjuna asked me. Anyway, you don't want me. You want my army. So you win. Take my army and be happy. And see you in the battlefield. So then Duryodhana was so happy. He tried in the vision, yeah, okay, yeah, you can be with Arjuna, it's fine. I take your army. Okay, namaste. Okay. And then he turned back and he was stupid. And then he came back to Hastinapur. And he said to Sakuni was there, Dusasana was there, Karna was there, and he started to laugh. I said, Dusasana said, why are you laughing? He used to always tell him, you stupid guy, why you are laughing? And then he said, you know what happened today? I went to ask for the help for Krishna. Yes, we know. You went there, but what happened? Why you are so happy? Yeah, this Arjuna, he is so stupid. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, Krishna said he has two things, army or me. So Arjuna said, I will take Krishna, and we have now army. And Dusasana said, you stupid guy. You know what will happen now? They have Krishna. And Krishna is so intelligent, so tricky, so Maya, full of Maya. So Dusasana, Shakuni, he had little idea of Krishna, but not exactly. Yeah, he was also stupid. Yeah, he didn't know that he's Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he's the protector of his devotees. He has some idea that he is Maya, he's full of Maya, and he can manipulate this and that, but actually he don't know who is Krishna. Only Arjuna knew who is Krishna. So devotees know who is Krishna. Yeah. So then, then there was a war. And then Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Because Arjuna was bewildered. And Arjuna said, when you are there, my all bewildered and my anxieties will all go away. So Krishna did it by speaking Bhagavad Gita. And at the end, Arjuna was convinced and he took his bow. Yuddham karishyaham. No? So we should all be courageous and serve Krishna. Yes, I will do my service like Arjuna did in the battlefield. We should not deviate. We should not feel laziness. We should not be alerted, not be sleepy-minded. Yeah. Not absent-minded. Absent-minded, you know what? You are there, but you are not there. Your body is there, but you are not there. You are somewhere else. This is called absent-minded. So we should be minded people, full of Krishna. And when the temple commander comes, says, sorry, this Prabhu is sick or he has to go somewhere, can you please replace him? Immediately, yes, I shall do it. Now, yuddham karishyaham. Yes, I will do the service. So, this is the mood. So, okay. Oh, it's 8:15. Okay. Any questions? You like it? What's her name? Vrinda. Wow. You know the story of Vrinda Devi? Yes. How Vrinda Devi came to Krishna. Yeah, she was always chanting Krishna and worshipping Krishna. So you do that too? Yeah? Nice. So, okay then. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for listening and for coming. And so remember that Yuddha Karishyaham, yeah? Service Karishyaham. Yes, we'll do service, yes, determined. Yeah.